Only 2 eggs today? Holidays must have taken a day off. 7, 8, 9, 2, 5, 9, 0, 3, 6, 0, 3, 3, 0.
What's up guys, I'm Krautmouse and welcome to my Metal Gear Solid 4 Easter egg guide. This is the Act 1 video. Now just before we get started, I just want to go over some of the things that I will and won't be covering during this guide, just so you know what to expect. I won't be covering the flashbacks, so the sections where you tap X and see the sort of homages to previous games or references and that. But I will be covering the L1s, like the first person looks during cutscenes, because a lot of those times there are Easter eggs in there, like you're looking at something and you may not know what it is or whatever. By the way, I'm sure a lot of you savvy guys out there have already found a whole lot of these anyway, and I'm sure it sounds really patronising, but bear with me, this is for the guys who may not have found everything, and hopefully I'll teach you a few things too as well. Now, we are doing the L1 cutscenes. I won't be doing codec messages either, nor will I be doing the what are they called? Damn, the stupid photographs in Act 4, the ghost faces. Sorry about that, I just went retarded for a second. Yeah, so other than that, we will be doing everything else, and we'll be doing a few sort of secret things you might have missed, and obviously the music as well during the boss fights and that. I'll be covering all of those. So, apart from that, let's get started. And to begin with, this cutscene here that we're watching right now, where the geckos attack, you may not be aware that there are actually two different versions of this cutscene depending on which alley you walk down. It's not really something too major, and doesn't matter too much if you did miss it, but you know, I just thought I'd include it in there. You might want to go back, watch each version. But what is interesting, after the gecko do come down and you have access to this little room here where we can go up, you can hide up here, and you may not know that the gecko actually come up looking for you. You'll see in a second here that after the gecko finishes his little patrol up down there, he'll do this neat little leg thing and come find us. And yeah, I run out. I'm not waiting here all this time whilst he does look for me. So I'm just gonna exit out here, and then we can move on to the next little clip, which is our first L1 scene. It's in the video just after that little section. It'll be just after this drop of blood lands on Snake's shoulder, and then you'll get to look up and have a look at the dead body inside the gecko's mouth. And I know these are shown for you, but I thought I'd show you just in case. Now this is a good Easter egg. Just after this gecko bursts through the wall here, Snake's going to do an awesome commando roll out the way, and then boom! You may recognise this pose and this shot coming up where Snake's name from Metal Gear Solid 2, the tanker sequence. This is the position that Snake lands in after he jumps off the bridge, so a nice little Easter egg for you there. Then not 2 seconds after that, we go upstairs and we get this box here, which if you look carefully, says no place for Hindo, a reference to Hideo Kojima, the game's creator. And also, just here in the video as well, we get our next L1 sequence. So after they finish playing with that little fag there, the little perverts, we're going to have a look, they're going to scan this box, and then we'll have a look from Snake's perspective. Boom, our next little L1 sequence, so I hope you enjoy that there. Now this isn't an Easter egg, but I thought I'd include it anyway. If you distract the guards by maybe kicking the can there or causing some gunfire or something, you can skip this video which is playing right now. This is often a trick you'll see speedrunners use to skip the video and save themselves some time. But if you do actually watch this video and you crawl along through this little room here and underneath this little sort of barricade section here, whatever it is, you're treated to this little scene where you see the PMCs. Well, I say treated, you get to watch this scene where this guy gets shot up like a mofo. And I'm sure all of you have probably seen that, but I thought I'd include it just in case one or two of you may have missed it. Anyway, we'll move on to the next one, which is actually a proper good one. Now, I'm sure you all know about this little one here. This is the statues, where you can climb on top and Snake will pose as a statue. For some reason, he decides to pose by grabbing the other guy's nuts. Not sure about that, but if you exit out and enter 2 more times, bop. Apparently Snake grabs the nuts a little bit too hard there, and now we got 2 headless statues on the podium. So yeah, I'm going to quickly run away from there and quickly move on to the next one, which is down in the rebel base. There are 2 secret conversations you can eavesdrop round here if you sneak in and listen to them. There's the first one, which is by this robot wing. These 2 guys in here, they're going to be talking about the Beauty and the Beast unit, which if you've already completed the game, which I'm sure you have written this, it's quite funny listening back to it because it sort of foreshadows CM and their own sort of unique fighting styles, and it's quite interesting just to listen to and quite entertaining. Then just a couple rooms down, where you're going to run into these 2 guys who are talking about their gun, the guy to the right's gun I should say, and this foreshadows Drebin obviously, who we're just about to run into in the game's narrative. And this conversation is a bit stop-start, so if you want to listen to it all, it might just take a couple of minutes or so, but it's quite entertaining, quite funny to listen out to, all the things they're talking about. And at the end, if you're trying to get the little grey emblem for the end of the game, do make sure you tranquilise the guy on the right, and also the guy on the left, so you don't get caught, and steal his gun. Because that, as far as I know, that is the only way of getting the HK21E. So, yep, you'll see me just do it now, and you can run over, pick up the gun, and then be on your way. So after you've run through, met Drebin, and gone through the destroyed building, which it's worth noting there are actually a few hidden items in there, like SG satchels, a red dot sight, which do sell for a lot of money. There's an RPG as well, actually. You're going to run into here, you're going to see Johnny taking a shit in this toilet, as he does. And yeah, I say toilet, it's a fucking barrel. I don't know where you come from where that would be a toilet, but yeah. Anyway, Snake's going to take a little look inside, and that's where we're going to get our next L1 shot. So yeah, really cool. And then we're going to move on to our next Easter egg, which is this can be done at any point during the game. I chose to do it here because it's where you're going to run into an infinite supply of men, and the more men the better. Bow chicka bow wow. So yeah, if you kill 50 men, you're going to get treated to this little sound effect here.
Enjoy all the killing, that's why.
So you can't actually move while Snake's throwing his guts up there, and you can get that multiple times during a level. You'll see a little bit later that I do get it again and it almost gets me killed, so luckily I'm a bit fast there. But here we've got our next L1 sequence, which is Snake looking at the trigger, and this is a whole reference to the first game, as that's why I left the little X's in here. So nice little homage and nice little backtrack there, and I thought was kind of cool. Then later on, just after you finish the fight, we're going to get this little sequence where you can't skip this video, so you'll see it, where Johnny will undo the little laser field, and all of your team is going to jump down this little hole. And if you wait till the last fat guy, can't remember his name, jumps down that hole, instead of jumping down it yourself, what you can do is just run and dive roll straight over it. And you've got a secret little weapons cache back here, which you get a grenade launcher, the GP30 as well, and get some cool stuff. So you might not have known about that thing there, so I just thought I'd include it. Now, our last secret involves this tank, and it's secret for a very good reason, due to the fact it is fucking impossible. Basically, what you've got to do is get this tank to the very end of the level still alive, and basically there'll be people hidden throughout the level shooting it down with RPGs, so you really got to pay attention to the windows in all directions. And I'm playing it on the easiest difficulty, and I still managed to balls it up here, so I can't actually show you the video. But yeah, all it does is open up a little route towards the next area, which is where the Beauty and the Beast unit attack. I didn't think it was important enough to go back and shoot it again, so just take my word on it. If you want to go and actually do it properly, see the video for yourself, feel free, mate. But yeah, unfortunately I fucking balls it up there, so I just give up and carry on. And the last little things of the act itself are the 2 L1 cutscenes. The first being the screaming mantis after she kills that guy, and the last one of the map being liquid at the very end of the level. So yeah, that's everything in Act 1. I hope you've enjoyed this video. No, it's been a bit here and there, but hope you've enjoyed nonetheless. Rate, comment, and I'll get the next videos up as soon as possible. In the meantime, take care, and I will speak to you soon. Bye bye.